Okay. So I guess we're starting from chapter 3, or are there any questions?
Can I like I have a doubt. Uh,
I didn't hear you.
I have a doubt. Like initial check, like in connectivity check, I can't like ping from the like teleworker to Callisto and any PC. Whenever I do, it shows like it's not successful.
Oh, it's
So
gone. Okay. Okay. You're trying to ping from Calista.
no, like from
From
teleworker to Callisto, like it shows it's not being like successful.
okay.
So
From Telewalker,
uh, yeah,
desktop, command prompt. You're trying to ping this, right? This one.
yeah.
Okay. So what did you ping? Did you ping what IP address did you ping?
The like public IP address.
The public IP address.
Yeah.
Okay, which one is that? Ping
Uh, 2209
209. Sorry, 209
dot 165
165 dot
dot 100 dot
100 dot 4
51.
51.
Yeah.
Okay, it's working.
Like I'm the only one have the trouble to pinging.
You said?
Like I'm the only one have a trouble.
Oh,
Like
okay.
from
Have
my
you did you ping on a fresh download, or have you done any configuration before doing the ping, trying the ping?
no, like okay, okay,
Okay, I'll just close this. I'll just save. Save.
okay.
Then I'll close it entirely. I'll close it entirely so that I can get a fresh. What's wrong with my Chrome? Right. Okay, here it is. Okay. Here. So I'll download a fresh. No, yeah, this is the PK file. Because if you're doing chapter 1, that means you've not done any if you're doing chapter 1 and 2, that means you've not done any configuration at all. And if you've not done any configuration at all, the ping should work. So if I go to teleworker and I go to desktop, command prompt, and I do ping, can you help me call it again? 209.165.
Like there is 209 here.
Okay. 165.100.51, right?
51, yeah.
All right. So it works. It works. Should be successful on the second or on the third one. Let's see.
And I can't like ping any other system. I can't ping like PC1 as well as PC3.
Okay, let's try this again. They were all not successful. Am I pinging the right IP address? 209.165.100. Okay, yeah, it's working because the devices need to come on. Once you log in, if you download a fresh one and open it freshly, the devices need to all come on. That's why it wasn't working at first.
Actually, I tried several times, but like I faced this same problem. That's why I asked you.
Okay, so for me it works. It works. So what other problem were you having?
Actually,
Can I explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, he's using a Mac. I think there must be some problem with him. Only he's having that problem. He can't accept anything from the teleworker. He can't ping anything from the teleworker. It's an
Oh,
outside service, right? He can't ping any devices on the internet network. That's actual problem. I don't know what's happening. Might be a file error or something. We tried a
yeah,
new
it
file
could
as
be.
well. It's showing. It could be right.
Yeah, it's
Might be a
possible.
file error if he's only one having the problem, then it must be it, right?
Yeah, it could be, yeah, just like you said. Yeah, it could be a Mac thing because the packet tracer even doesn't work on Happiness. Her laptop, her own MacBook has issues as well. She's not able to run some of these or even any of these packet tracer files. So yeah, it could be a Mac thing. Why don't you try on a Windows and see, or get a virtual box or virtual machine on the Mac and see if you can, try another operating system with it and see if it works. Because for
Okay,
me,
brother.
it's
We will try
yeah.
that.
All right then. So I'll
All right.
close this.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question or any suggestion on how we should go about today's own? For me, what I planned is for us to try and cover chapter 3. We'll cover up to 2.4 if time allows us. We'll try and cover up to 2.4. We'll know if we meet again. We'll just cover these three. It is IPS, VPN, and switches secured layer 2. Just cover these three, and then the work is done. Because if we finish chapter 3, the only thing left is verification and what's it called? Verification and testing. So I think verification is chapter 4, and then testing is chapter 5. So let me see. So chapter 4, yeah. Okay, testing the security of the network. Okay, chapter 4 is actually test. Chapter 4 is test. Then chapter 5. Okay, chapter 5 is results. Yeah, chapter 5 is results. So yeah. So once we finish chapter 2, the work is basic. Chapter 3, the work is basically done. So we'll try and cover uh we'll try and cover we'll try and cover chapter 3
Yeah,
from the
brother.
first
Can
one to
I
4.
think
Yeah,
we also I think also we should focus on chapter 3. Under chapter 2, everybody is okay with that. I think it's just security analysis, right? We have to
yeah,
explain why how VPN works and all that things. IPS, everything is same in that. Just we have to give a definition on that. I think until
yeah,
chapter 2, everybody is okay with that. We have to focus on chapter 3. I think
yeah, chapter
we
3.
can take. Yeah.
All right. So let's show. So okay, we'll start all over from chapter 3, right? We'll start from chapter 3 from the very first one, right?
Yes, brother. From the
Okay,
how to give the passwords and all that. I think that's what
okay,
everybody is confused.
okay. Sorry, how to give what password exactly? That is the sorry, the securing administrative access, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we all get this Cisco iOS image. I can leave that one out.
You showed it in the last class, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, I showed it in the last class. So then let's
Yeah.
go ahead to secure administrative access.
I think we finished the second chapter on last class, right? Security analysis. I think you covered that things, centralized logging and all that. And
Yeah,
we didn't. I'm not
uh,
sure.
we didn't finish secure administrative access.
All right, brother. Then go ahead with that. If
All right.
anybody is confused with that.
Okay. So yeah, so we'll go ahead with secure administrative access because it's the second thing you'll be treating in chapter 3. First one is iOS image. After you've upgraded all the iOS images, the next one is um, secure administrative access. All right. Okay. So for secure administrative access, I'll quickly. Okay. All right. For secure administrative access, like I told you, since you're using this device to do the secure administrative access, that's to do the AAA server, you're using this guy as the AAA server, you need to add a NAT, record here to enable you access this this DNS server. And then you enable, first of all you need to do for the secure administrative access is firstly you need to come here and enable enable AAA. So this is it. You need to turn on AAA one. You need to turn on AAA, and then after turning AAA on, guys, give me a minute. Let me get the door. Okay, sorry for that. Yeah, so you're going to have to enable AAA first. Once you've enabled, okay, you can just leave it off or and configure these parameters first. So you need to enable TACACS, because TACACS is what we are going to be using to enable decentralized administrative access and configuring it. So you enable TACACS, and then you're going to enable a secret. So your secret can be anything. It can be a password. So for this one, I'll just use 1234567 8. Okay. After enabling the secret, the next thing to do is your client IP. So we'll do the what's it called? The static NAT, then we'll get the IP for this. So you're going to put the IP here, and then you're going to turn it on. After that, you enable password and the username. So I'll just add a username, admin. admin. So I've created one user name and password, and then I would create this as we go along. So next thing is to add the NAT record here. This is not the last file we used last time. I mistakenly deleted that one. So we'll do the things all over. So I'll add a NAT record here. So for the NAT record, hello, hello, have I muted this thing? Okay, all right. So yeah, we're going to enable NAT for this router so that this device can access it. So this device is not able to access this DNS server. If we ping the DNS server, sorry, give me a minute, desktop, terminal, okay, en, show IP NAT solutions. So this is 53, that's this guy. This is dot 53, that's this guy. We're going to be using this IP address to add we're going to be using this IP address to test if we have reachability. So because we don't have reachability from this switch, so terminal, okay, en, en, ping. So there's obviously no reachability to that switch. Okay, success rate is 80%. Okay, I think this is the one I configured. Let me try one last time. Okay, yeah, I think we have, yeah. So, okay, let's just go ahead with the AAA configuration then. All right. So for the AAA configuration, this is how we do it. First of all, we've enabled AAA here. We've enabled AAA here by turning it on, and we've added all the details we need to add. We'll add this client IP and this client name shortly. So let me get the client IP and the client name. Uh, okay, great. So let's find the IP address for this switch. the IP address for the switch is show run. So this is the IP address for the switch .34. So let's try to find the IP address of the switch here. .34. So .34 is using this IP address. This is the IP address what's it called is using. So we're going to go and add that to the client IP. Is the client IP, and we're just going to add any random name. So let's say, for instance, Manchester LS1 L hyphen S1 add. So yeah, we've added the record for this switch. So just to repeat what I've said, to enable AAA and administrative access, first of all, go here, enable AAA, add the username and password, and then add the device. You're going to do this for all the devices that you want to enable AAA on. So you add the device admin, this is the username and the password, and then you add the device here, the client's name of the device, the secret, that's the password of the device's IP address, and the device key. The device key is typically the secret. That's the secret you use to authenticate to the AAA server. All right, so let's go ahead. Next one is you now go to the device to configure AAA. All right, so this is where we want to configure AAA. So we go to config T, then we do oh god, all right. Hmm. Okay. Okay, guys, there's an issue on this device. Remember what we discussed in the last class? We need to upgrade the iOS. That's why we're not getting the tacax command, because we need tacax command to configure. Like I said, I didn't save the configuration. I thought I did. So there's no tacax command here, but there should be on the router. So we can do on the router. So let me check. All right, great. So would do the router and would leave the switch for now. We'll do the router. So for the router, I'll do client IP. I would edit it. So for the router, I'll edit it to 65. 65. So that's the IP address on this interface, right? Sorry, let me get it. So this interface is dot 010 and 010 is this guy. So this is the IP address. So I'm gonna come here and edit this, and then this is Manchester. Save. So I've edited that entry. So this is the new IP address now. So we're gonna go ahead to configure tacax server for this guy. So next thing we do is we go to the device terminal. Okay. Then config T. Then we do tacax server. Tacax server is this guy, and the IP address is .53. Okay. Tacax server. Okay. Tacax server host. Paste. So that has configured this guy as the Takak server host. So next thing we're going to do is to do AAA. So AAA authentication, authentication, yeah, AAA authentication enable default group Takaks. So what we're saying in this command is basically we're going to be enabling AAA authentication. We're going to be enabling AAA authentication default group Takaks plus. Sorry, I think I put space. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I have to do AAA new model first. So first of all, you do AAA new model. After you do AAA new model, then AAA authentication enable default group Takaks plus. So you've enabled AAA now. So next thing to do after you've enabled AAA Takaks plus, you now start configuring the various lines to try and secure them. So the first line we are going to try to secure is the console line. So what we do is line console 0 login authentication, login authentication. So we'll do the login authentication to be, I think, default. Sorry, let me confirm the commands because it's quite confusing sometimes. So what we do is GTP. Okay. 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 AAA authorization, AAA authentication, login, VTY, local. Okay. All right. AAA Cisco console. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was actually right. It should be login. Yeah. Login authentication default. Yeah. So line con 0, then you do login authentication default. It says authentication list is not defined. Okay, the authentication list. Okay. So I'll exit. Sorry, I'll give you the rundown. The rundown of all the commands. I just want to figure out. There's a place I actually saved it. Okay, I think is here. Advanced. I save it. Okay, I have it here. I have a link to where I can also put this link in on the chat for you. Okay. I think I didn't get AAA authentication login default. Okay. So okay, I think this is what I'm supposed to do. AAA new model, then AAA authentication. Okay, yeah. AAA authentication login. AAA authentication login, default group, Takax plus, and then local. Default group, Takax plus, and then local. All right, so if we go back to line con 0, we'll do login authentication AAA. Still saying AAA warning authentication list AAA is not defined for login. Why is it saying this? Okay, username. Just give me a minute. Triple authentication login default. Default. Okay. All right. Let me check. Exit. 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 Admin. Enter. Admin. 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 Sorry. Hmm. Don't know why it's not working. Let me just figure. Okay. 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 No. 65. Admin. Okay, I didn't even put the key. Okay. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me close this. Are you guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, just give me a minute. Let me get the other file I was working on. The AAA actually gave me a lot of stress configuring, so same thing I'm experiencing now. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I think main work. I think it's this one that I was working on last. Okay, because I know I've actually configured it. Let me see. Manchester. Let me see if it's working. Terminal. Okay. Admin. Uh, let's see. The devices are still coming up. I just want to confirm. Okay, this one is working. Let's see. Check on this guy. Desktop. Terminal. Okay. Admin. Cisco. Okay, this is working. All right. Okay. All right. Let me see where I'm making the mistake. Terminal. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. SEO. Okay. Okay. Sure. On. Where's that pipe sign? Pipe sign. Include. Okay. 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 I define triple new model login. I just copy this and see if that's what's causing the issue. All right. Packet tracer. Okay. I have. All right. Okay. Let's start over. Config T. Because I know there's a key. There's a place where you enter the key. That's what I'm trying to find. So just give me a minute. This guy. Okay. There's a place where you enter the key. Okay. Show run AAA new model login, group TACAC server. Okay. Okay. Show run. AAA new model authorization exec. What? Okay. So let's try that again. So we have already done, we're supposed to be on the router. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this router. We're going to just close this file, and then we're going to reopen it. All right. So okay. So okay. So let's go again. This time let's use the terminal. Okay. So let's go. Services AAA password admin add. Then we'll do client name. The client name is Manchester. Client IP reduce TACAX secret 123. Client IP client IP is this guy .65, right? Downloads. I want to see the IP address I used in the other file I was working on. All right, so I think it's this one. So for the server services AAA for Manchester, yeah, same IP address, Stockax, Manchester. All right. So if I come here and close this and I go to Manchester services AAA. Okay, this IP is correct, key is correct, and all of that is correct. Okay, let's go and try and configure it now, hoping that it all works out fine. All right, en config t. Follow this manual to configure it. All right. So first of all, we have to do the, let's see, which one? AAA new model. That's what we've done before. New model, AAA. new model. After we do AAA new model, then we do Takax server host, WinV. This is our host, right? 53 is our host. Okay, this is where I made the mistake. Then the key is 123. That's what you're supposed to add, I think. Yeah. So after you've added the key, then you add the AAA authentication command, which is this guy. So paste. So you're going to say AAA authentication login default group TACAX local. Then it has configured the TACAX on this router. Then I think we should go into line con 0, enter login authentication AAA, right? Login authentication, right? Yeah. Login authentication default. Okay, default. Then enter. Okay, so that worked. So let's try and see if the login has been secured. Exit. So let's try admin. Admin. Did we turn the server on? Okay. So it's on now. So let's try. Let's just wait for it to connect and then try admin. Admin. So yeah. So I'll go through the process one more time so that anyone that didn't get it would get it completely. So first of all, we went to here and we added our client name. Client name is the device you want to add to AAA, which is the Manchester device. Then we added the client IP, which is this, which is the IP address that is used to connect to the interface. Then we added TACAX because TACAX is what we are going to be using to communicate with that server. And then the key is 123. You can make your key as complicated as possible. It's definitely on to you. And don't use a key someone else is using. So just make it something you know that is unique so that he won't say you copied someone's work. Yeah. So then you add username and password. This is also a place you should make complicated because he says password should at least be 8 characters long and all of that. Yeah. So yeah, make sure password is secure. And then after that, you go to the device you want to configure. What you're going to be doing on the device is pretty straightforward. Okay. So what you're going to be doing on the device is AAA new model. TACAX server host. That's this device is the TACAX server host. And then the key you set up here, which is this, the key. After you've done that, you configure your AAA authentication login default group TACAX local. Then after you've done that configuration, you now secure your lines. So first of all, we've secured the line that's the console line, which is this one that we've done here. We've secured the line console. The next thing you need to do now is to secure your what's it called, your VTY lines, your aux lines, and all of them. So those ones are pretty simple. What you do is enable config T. You go to aux line, do question mark. Sorry, it's line aux. You do question mark 0 0 enter. I've done line aux 0. You log in authentication default and you've secured the aux line. Next one is line VTY. Line VTY 015 because they are usually 16 virtual, terminal uh, access lines on router. So once you put 015, same thing, line, sorry, same thing. After you've put the lines, you've gotten into the line, you do uh, login, authentication, default, and you enter. So virtual VTY lines on this device is now secure. If you want to check if that's true, That's in chapter 5 or in chapter 4 when you'll be doing your testing. If you want to confirm if VTY lines are actually secured, what you can do is you go to one of these devices and try to use SSH or Telnet to get into this device, but we've not configured SSH and Telnet. So we'll go ahead and continue doing what we are doing. So tell me now. So yeah, so we've done 3 things now. We've done 4 things. We've configured AAA, we've configured the AAA server, and we've secured the line, the console line, we've secured the aux line, and we've secured the VTY lines. Those are the things we've covered here. Is there any question? Or was it clear?
It's clear, Grant. I don't have.
All right. All right, great. So yeah, that's
So, and
pretty
then one thing is in the NAT translation, we have to add the line which connected to the interface, right?
I didn't get your question.
If we want to configure static NAT in Manchester NAT
Okay,
to
yeah.
connect to that .53 IP, so we have to
Yeah, you
manually configure it in the Manchester NAT, right?
yeah, this NAT device. That's where you configure it.
We have to add
Because
it in the NAT, right?
yeah. Because that's the only thing that will let you authenticate with this server here, with this server. That's the only way you can authenticate with it. If you have a NAT record, if you don't have a NAT record, it can't as much as ping it. So sorry, this is the wrong one. The one we're working with is this one. So yeah, if you don't add the NAT record, admin 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 tab admin, what am I
Uh,
doing? Admin. Was this the one we configured? We configured Manchester now. Yeah. Terminal. Okay. Admin. Admin. Why is it? Was this
just
not the
plus.
one?
It's in
Uh,
man.
sorry. Oh, we are in the wrong device. No, this is not it. So we're supposed to be in this guy.
It's your file, I think. It's your.
Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to be in this guy. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, this is the guy we're in. So if we exit back, exit, exit, yeah. So admin, tab, admin. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So if so yeah, if you're going to yeah, you're going to have to add a NAT record like we spoke about. You're going to have to add a NAT record here if you want to have access to this device. You're going to have to add the NAT record. There's one already added, so you can just follow suit and then add your own based on that one that is already added. So you have you have show IP NAT translations. So yeah, there's one NAT translation already added for .44, which is this guy. Yeah. So you can follow that and add 3 more, one for this switch, one for this switch, and one for this PC right here. So yeah, so we've done AAA for this router. So yeah. Okay. So next thing you're gonna need to configure on the routers and the switches is SSH. So if we go to config T, you have you're gonna have to configure SSH because SSH is the how you're going to be remotely accessing the devices. So to configure SSH, what we are going to need to do is we're going to go to line VTY 016, right? Okay, line VTY 015, transport input SSH. So we've configured SSH enter the V2I lines, but to make it work, you're going to have to do a little more configuration. So the things we're going to have to do is we're going to configure a domain name, we're going to configure crypto key, and then we're going to configure what's it called? Yeah, I think the domain name and the crypto key. So the domain name will be uh, IP. What's the configuration for domain name? So okay, I'm still in virtual this thing. I need to exit from here. So you're going to do IP. Yeah, IP domain name. Uh, I'll just use man. Then I'm going to configure crypto key generate RSA 1024. So I've configured crypto key. Yeah. So crypto key has been configured and domain name has been configured. Uh, yeah. So I think IP SSH. Yeah. IP SSH version 2. So I think SSH has been configured. So if we try to SSH into this router from this device, let's see if that works. Desktop terminal, sorry, desktop command prompt. So SSH -L admin. How do you, okay, SSH -L admin. Then we put the IP address of this interface, which is, let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I want to get the IP address of this interface. Sorry. So the interface we are trying to look at is S0000. Okay. So we're looking at this guy. S000 is this guy. Copy. So if we come here and paste. So yeah, the SSH is working as you can see. We are connected from PC1 to Manchester through SSH. It's requesting for password, which is admin, and then we're in the router now. Sorry. Abby? No password set. Enable. Okay. Yeah, I did not set an enable password for what's it called? For the router. An enable password. So that's why it's doing that. So yeah, we've covered AAA, we've configured the VTY line, we've configured console, we've configured auxiliary ports, and then we've configured SSH and remote access on this device. So the same approach you've used to do it here is basically the same thing you're going to do. They are all going to authenticate on this same server. The only thing you need to do is to add additional records for all these switches. So what you need to do is just go to AAA, create another record for this switch, create another record for this switch. You're just going to name them client name, man, whatever you want to name it, client IP. You get the IP of the VLAN one of the switch and you put it in here, change it to TACAX, add the secrets. You may want to add the same 123 as secret for all of them and you add it. So you're going to have a record for this one, you're going to have a record for this one, you're going to have a record for this guy, you're going to have a record for CS1, FA02, and you're going to have a record for Cambridge. So all of them, you have a record here, so that they'll use it to authenticate on this device. Yeah, so that's about uh, administrative access. So central secure administrative access. Uh, so secure administrative access, console, VTY, aux, routers only. Only routers have auxiliary port. So you will not be configuring this thing on switches. Then SSH. Then you're going to configure AAA, and then console. Okay, console is already here. So console, VTY, aux, SSH, AAA. So those are the things that you're going to need to configure for the current the secure administrative access. So that concludes chapter 2.2 rather. That concludes 2.2. No question, right?
Sorry, we went back to chapter 2 again.
You said? Sorry, no, we're not in chapter 2. We are in what's it called? We're in chapter 3. You know what we did in chapter 2? The recommendations we gave in chapter 2, they are things we are configuring in chapter 3.
Yes.
Exactly. So
And I
what?
just in chapter 2 we are just analyzing it, like just like these are the faults in it, these are we are going to implement it. In the chapter 3 he's showing how to implement all these things.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
chapter
Because I
3
was
is the
surprised when I
implementation.
saw you when going back to chapter 2.
No, sorry for that. So however you number them, however you number your own chapter 3, yeah. So exactly, see what we just did. Exactly what we just did is what he has here. You remember? So this was on the server. This was the server that we just worked on. So as we said, he has a record for all of these devices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he has a record for all of them. This is where you have the record for everything. And then this is the username and password he created. So he has username and passwords here. So it's pretty clear now, right?
Yes, so but this is just for a triple A now.
This is this is the whole of point 2. This point 2, send secure administrative access. It's not only triple A. It's covering all these things. It's covering all these things.
Yes, I mean what we just did is just triple A now.
We did triple A, we did SSH, and we secured these lines.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So all these things too. So 2 has been covered basically. All right. So yeah, TFTP server. That one was for, yeah, we've covered that one already last time. All right. All right. What next? Next thing we're going to be looking at is configure. Uh, we're gonna be
So when
looking
did you
at
cover the TSCP server?
when we're doing Cisco iOS image now, upgrading Cisco iOS image.
The one you did in class?
Yeah.
Hey, because the video, Matt has not been able to send it to everybody.
Okay. You want us to go through upgrading iOS?
Yes, that would be better because he does not have a means of giving us access to the video.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, pretty much straightforward for iOS upgrade. For iOS upgrade, let me close some of these files. This is, which one are we working with, sir? I think we're working with this one. All right. Exit. Yeah, type rubbish again. So yeah, this should be the one we're working with. Let me close the other ones. You want to no? This is the one we're working with. All right. Yeah, this is the one we're working with. All right. So iOS upgrade. is pretty much the same thing. We're also focusing on this server. We're using this server as our TFTP server to upgrade the iOS for this guy, no, for this switch, for this router, this one, because he said we shouldn't touch the NAT devices. We shouldn't do any stuff on them. CS1, CS2, Cambridge. So those are the guys we are doing iOS upgrade on. And then if you want, you can do the DMZ switch as well. I think the guy did some changes on the DMZ switch as well. So yeah. So first of all, to upgrade iOS, what you need to do is to look at the device, the TFTP server you're going to be using, and turn it on. So this is the TFTP service. We'll turn it on, and these are the iOS that we have stored in the TFTP server. All this iOS. So to upgrade from a previous version of an iOS to a newer iOS version, you need to find out what is the old one and then what is the new one I'm trying to upgrade to. To do that, you need to take note of two things. One is the iOS, the device model, and then the iOS version. So we'll do an example with Manchester. For Manchester, if we go inside and take a look, we do show version. This will show us the version. So what you're seeing here is the model of the router. This is a C1900 router, and this is the what's it called? This is the name of the firmware, and this is the version 15.1 revision 4. I think so. Yeah, 15.1 revision 4. So this is what we're looking for now. Is the software that is currently on this router. So just note these things: C1900 and this. So if we go to this server and put them side by side, we put them side by side, and we go to the TFTP server and we look for C1900. Gonna find it here, C1900. As you can see, this one is what? Can anyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, this is 15.5. It's higher than this one. So this is the latest version on this TFTP server. This is the latest version of the iOS for this type of device. If we look at that guy's documents, I think there's a place he put it safe. I can't remember. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah. So Manchester, previous iOS image is 109 universal. So this is the current. Let me see. Current iOS image. For the bin. Yeah. So this is the one he upgraded to, right? This is the one he upgraded, which is this one here. So yeah. So you're going to need to know the device you're working on and then the one you need to upgrade to. All right, so let's go ahead. We've talked enough about that one. So next thing you do is to go to config T. So you're going to need to know the IP address of this TFTP server as well. So first you do copy. No, you don't do it from here. Sorry, exit. You do it from enable mode. So copy TFTP flash. So what this command is saying, copy some items from TFTP to flash. That's all it's saying. So once you press enter, it will ask you what is the host, like what is the IP address of the TFTP server that you are trying to access. So we're going to paste it in. So the TFTP server is this. So we're going to paste. Need to confirm it. What is the source file name? That is what is the file of what you're trying to copy from the TFTP server. So we're going to put in the name. Let me copy it from this guy's document so that I don't have to type everything out. So paste. Ah, Oh no, I copied it wrongly. We'll have to start again. So okay, copy TFTP flash host env 53 paste. Can someone help me read out the name of this file? C1900.
Hyphen
Okay.
universal
Yeah.
K9
K9
hyphen
hyphen.
emised
Okay.
dot is
Mm-hmm.
capital letter SPA
Mm-hmm.
dot
155.
155.
155 hyphen 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Dot
Okay.
n
Dot
for a dot bin.
and for a dot bin. Okay. I'm thinking this should work. So this is the destination. The same destination file name is still the same name. So yeah, it's already loading the firmware. So this may take a while. So it has loaded the firmware, but it doesn't mean that this firmware is now what is running on. If we do show flash, you'll see the firmware we just loaded right now is here. Where is it? Is this one 15.5-3? This is the one we just loaded right now. So it's still not the firmware being used. So to make it the firmware in use, what we'll do is now go to config mode and do what's that command again? Okay, boot. We'll do boot system flash. We'll do boot system question mark, yeah, flash, and then we'll enter the name of the firmware. Boot system flash, then name of firmware. So yeah, so it has accepted this as the new firmware. When this system reboots, when this router reboots, the new firmware that will be in use will be this one. So let's confirm that. If we do show run, no, if we do show version, we're going to see that it's the old one that is still being used, 15.1. So it's not going to change until you reboot the device. So we're gonna do copy run start, and then we've saved, and then we'll do reload. All right, we'll wait for the router to reload, then we'll check for the new firmware. All right, okay, admin, still waiting for, okay, that's booted now, okay, Ian, and we'll do show version. So this is also showing you how to do the testing and confirmation. That's chapter 5 and chapter 4. So you don't even need to we don't have to have another call for that. So show version, you can specify to him that former iOS has been changed to 15.5 and this device has been successfully upgraded to the latest version available on the TFTP server. Simple. And you're done with your verification for this part. Ade, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So pretty straightforward, but don't forget, like we said earlier, you're going to need to add NAT records to be able to access this guy. If you just downloaded this document freshly from Canvas and you don't add a NAT record here on this device, this one, this Manchester NAT, you won't be able to access this DNS server to do all these things we've been doing ever since. You need to add that NAT record. And you also need to add a NAT record to this device, this Cambridge NAT, to be able to access this internal DNS server. So yeah, so we've
So we
covered,
need to NAT record on the two
yes,
devices first before we can
yes,
start installing all the old things that we want to install.
exactly. Because freshly downloaded from Canvas, you won't be able to access this DNS server. You won't be able to access this DNS server because there's no record leading to allow you access this DNS server. So ensure you add that record to uh,
Okay.
yeah, give you an access. So yeah, that's for, we've covered verification for, we've covered configuration for these two, right? Yeah, first two, Cisco iOS image, secure administrative access. Next thing is centralized login. So centralized login basically is going to uh, let you log centrally. Exit. Yeah, it's going to allow you log centrally. These messages that you see that are coming up, for instance, exit, admin. First of all, the meaning of login is log messages. Let me do something so that you can see what login means. En config t. So if I go to an interface now, if I go to interface S0/1/0, press enter, and I shut the interface down. You see, I just enter shut down, right? And this is a log message. This thing you're seeing from here, that's what log is called. That's what it means by log. This is a log message. So if an administrator is in the office and they see this thing on their screen, it means that an interface has gone down somewhere. So it might be a problem or whatever. So these are log messages. A lot of things can cause log messages on various devices. So what they mean by centralized logging is we want all those log messages instead of being on independent devices. So instead of Manchester not having its own log message, Manchester at having its own log message, this one, all of them having their log messages. That would be troublesome for administrator to be logging into all the devices to view each log message. But instead, let's have all those log messages go to one server so that an administrator can just come in, take a look, and know what's actually going on. So that is why syslog is here. So this syslog and NTP are two things you need to enable login in any Cisco infrastructure. Syslog is the one that will enable the login. NTP is network time protocol, is the one that will ensure that all the clocks on your various devices are saying the same thing. So that's not when it's 3 p.m. in, let's say, Manchester, and a log message has been created for 3 p.m. Then suddenly, Cambridge is saying 4 o'clock in Cambridge, and Cambridge will generate its own log. It will be so confusing. For instance, let's even check what this clock is saying. Uh, do show clock. So this clock is giving us 4:30 UTC, March 1993. Okay, that's for admin. That's for Manchester. Let's see what laptop 2 LS1 is saying. Uh-huh. This one is saying 03355. I have no idea what this one means. UTC Monday, March 1st, 1993. Let's see what the DNS server is telling us that is the time. NTP. It's saying that it's January 2019. So all the devices are confused. No one knows who is who or who is logging the time. So first thing you need to do to enable NTP, I don't know the configuration by heart. So I'll browse and check what the configuration is. Uh, Okay, configure terminal NTP server. You specify the NTP server, then you have a secondary NTP server, then clock time zone, clock time zone, okay, clock summertime, okay, other stuff. Okay, so clock time zone UTC 0. All right, so yeah, pretty much straight to the point. NTP config Cisco. Oh, let me see. Okay, all right, let's go ahead. All right, so okay, so what we do first is we come here, we want to use this as NTP server. We turn on syslog, and then we come to NTP, and then we configure NTP, enable key one password admin. So ensure your passwords are different and complicated, just like you wanted. So we're going to set the time to December 2019. No, that's 2023. Is December what? December 5th. Okay, December 5th, 2023. So this is now the time of our NTP server, and the time, the date of our NTP server, and the time is 10:34 p.m. So we're gonna do 10, 10, 34 p.m. 10:34 p.m. So NTP server configured. Then we go to syslog to check the log messages. So on the syslog is on, NTP server is on. Okay, let's try configuring syslog on this guy and see what we can get. All right, exit, login, login, login. Okay, login host. So login host is the host, which is this guy, paste, and login trap is login trap is debugging, right? Yeah, so there are various logins that you can do. So we'll do debugging, login trap, debugging, login trap, debugging, login trap, debugging. Yeah, so we are correct. Login trap, debugging, login. Then we're gonna do login on enable to or enable it or enable. Okay, yeah. So syslog. Let me check here again. Syslog Cisco router. Okay, so yeah, login syslog server IP, login trap, login, okay, login buffered, okay, login synchronous, login, all right, and all that stuff. Yeah, so basically we've configured login on this guy. Yeah, so let's try and see if it's going to show if an event occurs. So if we come here and put this guy here, then we'll come here and do interface SE S0/0/0 shutdown. Let's see if it will come. It may take a while. Interface. Okay, it's not working yet. Let's see. Show login. Sorry, I'm in the wrong mode. Okay. Enable 0 messages, 0 drops, 0. Okay. All right. Trap login level, debugging 21 messages, lines logged, login to 209.165 UDP. All right. Let's try and synchronize the time, the NTP server first, then we'll check if it works again. So for NTP server, those are the two things you need to configure syslog. So I will do NTP server. Then the IP address should be 53. Okay, NTP server. Okay. I think that's it. NTP. Okay, then we'll do an NTP authentication. Authentication. Key. NTP authentication key is 1. NTP authentication key should be here. I just say incomplete command. NTP is enabled. All right. NTP authentication key number. That's 123. Incomplete command. I don't know why it's saying this. MD5. Authentication. Okay, NTP. All right. We'll go to the commands again. Syslog. Let's see if our syslog. Let's do show time. Do show clock. Still showing 1993. Let's wait for it to authenticate with the server, because if it authenticates with the server eventually, each time is supposed to change. So let's see. December 2023 time. All right. Exit. Show NTP. Show NTP. Show NTP status. Okay, show NTP associations. So it's associated to 209 ST P4 64 offset. Okay, 6 peer candidate. Show clock. Still not updated. Don't know why it's doing this. So let's wait a minute and see how it's going to, if it's going to authenticate. Show clock. Show clock. Show clock. Show clock. Show clock. Did I get any configuration wrong? Configure terminal, NTP server, NTP clock, time zone, clock, summertime. Okay, login trap information now. Login, enable login for specific events. Login console. Okay, service timestamp, log, date time, show time zone, login console, login buffered, login synchronous, write memory. Okay. If anyone has a solution, just let me know, please. Sonu, are you there?
Yeah, but then I'm listening to.
Yeah,
I
have you
think we need to update the calendar or something. You have to update the calendar, right?
which one on the NTP?
No, on the host, I think.
Okay. By host you mean on the router itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. NTP. Let me see. Show
We already
NTP
put the.
show clock. Okay. So I need to update the calendar. Let me just see what this guy says. TP server. This is the one when you configure the router itself as the NTP uh, NTP master.
Server, we already think we already given it the server, right?
Yeah,
Server
I've
ID.
already given the server IP address. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I think there was a tutorial I
It's
used.
something like NTP update. Can you try that?
NTP. Okay. Okay.
NTP
Config T
NTP
NTP. Okay.
update. Can you put that
Okay.
question
Okay.
mark?
Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. This like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I think so. Then can you give
Okay.
me?
I should put the question mark.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't think there's
nothing in
any
that.
other. Nothing
That's
else.
it, right? Then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay. So
Can
show clock.
no, it's still
Oh,
there,
wow.
right?
It's still showing the old time. Let me see. I know. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got a tutorial that. Okay.
Open
Okay. Okay. IP login trap
NTP
debugging,
server.
show clock, the NTP server, service time. Okay, okay. Do show clock, NTP status. Okay, let's try this one. Service timestamp, right? Still showing the same.
Uh, we put the server. Server ID is already there in the NAT, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Where are we? Where we are? Okay, we're on the router. Yeah. NTP. Yeah. NTP server. NTP server. Yeah. So that in case I
yeah.
did not, the 53. Yeah, this is the right IP address. NTP server. Okay, we did service timestamp. Okay, then we did do show NTP start. Service timestamp. Okay, let's go back and try the login and see if there's any change on the login. Interface is 0/0/0 login. Okay, login trap debugging. Need to do show run and ensure that I've typed everything correctly. Okay. Attack server. Okay. NTP authentication key 123 MD5 7 NTP server NTP update calendar. Okay. Then next one is login. Where did we do login? Login, hostname, show run. Okay, login trap, login. Okay, we didn't even turn login on. All right. Login on. Okay, if we go to interface, shutdown, see. Let me be sure this device is on. Do ping. Okay. Just give me a minute. This is 66. Login 66. Login. Login trap debugging. And enter log. Okay. Clock detail. All right.
செக் பண்ணியா ஆகல என்ன பண்ணலாம் புதிய ஃபைல் இப்போ இது என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குன்னு தோணுது
Okay. Still misbehaving. Okay. Let me see what I configured on this one. If it's even working on this guy. All right. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's see this guy. Syslog service syslog is empty. All right, stay here, and then we do this guy. Then we this guy closes. So desktop terminal. Okay, admin. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this login works on this guy. So I have no idea why it's not working. The configuration should typically be the same thing, NTP enabled. Okay. Syslog. All right. Do show run. So on run we have where is it? Login trap debugging, login 20. Okay. This is NTP server. Login trap debugging and then the login server. So yeah, I really don't know why this one is misbehaving, but we'll check again and try to figure it out because it's basically the same configuration that you know. So this guy, exit, exit, exit. Okay, let's see this guy. DNS syslog of on en config t. Okay, so typically what we would have is show run. So login trap debugging, login server. In fact, there are now 2 login servers. Right, NTP server update calendar still not working for some reason. Don't know why. It's this guy. Okay, do ping paste, do ping paste. No. Let's copy this guy. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is what's causing it. This interface is down, and we didn't even notice. So sorry. I guess all the configuration was right. Config T interface S0/0/0 no short. This is laptop 3, right? Yeah, DMZ. Okay, no short. Okay, is up. Then I need to turn it on this side. S0/1/0. So sorry, I didn't know that this interface was down. Interface S 0/1/0, 0/1/0. No short. All right. I think our login should be working in a few minutes, if not pretty. Yeah. So all our configuration was right. Nothing was wrong. Are we clear? I know I did a lot of back and forth, but is it clear? Hello?
Yes, brother. But how the link got shut down? We didn't shut down it, right?
Yeah, I did shut it down to test when I was showing us the essence of what's it called? Syslog. So I actually
All
shut it
right.
down and I didn't notice. So yeah, all the configuration is right. If we go into an interface, let's say 0/0/0, and we do shutdown, and we do no shutdown. Yeah, syslog will tell us that the interface is back up. So whatever changes you're making, syslog will be logging it here. So that's the essence of syslog. So yeah. So yeah, it's going to be logging the messages in real time. Then the next one is NTP. Let's ensure it worked. So if we do show clock, it's still showing us March 1st, 1993. So let's do that
I
command
think
again.
here we have to use that kind of thing, NTP update calendar.
Okay, NTP. Sorry, I mean exit. NTP update calendar. Okay. Okay, so do show clock, right? Do show clock.
Still, it's the same, right?
Yeah, maybe it's still updating. Let's give it some seconds and then check again. Check again. Check again. Okay, I'll do NTP server. NTP server. NTP
Okay, here is update.
NTP server is 53. Enter. Then NTP NTP. I know this one is not. That's not a master. Then NTP authentication key is already 123. I've already done that. So disable, enable. Okay, let's disable and see if it works. Disable NTP on. Okay, let's say NTP show clock. Do show clock. It's still giving the same thing. Then do show NTP to show NTP what? Show NTP exit. Show NTP status. NTP clock is unsynchronized. Stratum 16, no reference clock. Nominal. Let me see. Synchronize to an external NTP server packet tracer. Just don't like I just don't like this Cisco website the way they do their stuff. TP. Okay. Pool ntp.com. Okay. IP name server NTP server pool. Okay. Show NTP associations. Show NTP status. Show NTP associations. Show NTP status. Clock is synchronized. Reference is clock is unsynchronized. Reference clock nominal frequency. So the IP name server. we configure top use or external server for this example, IP name server. Use Google DNS for this. NTP server pool. Show NTP associations. Show clock. Show calendar. NTP update calendar. Close the software clock while they should. Okay. Okay. Show. Show. Show NTP. Status NTP association show. Okay. NTP update calendar, show clock, show calendar, show. So for some reason, NTP is not yet working, but what we've covered so far is we've covered centralized login, we've covered secure administrative access, and then we've covered Cisco iOS image, at least for tonight. What we are left with, I'll take a look at this NTP on my own, and then see what I can do on it to see if it works, see if I can resolve the issue. Then maybe later, if we fix another session because it's quite late and people have slept there, we'll cover zone-based policy firewall and IPS VPN and secure layer 2, and then we are done. So those ones I think will be pretty straightforward. I don't know if that's okay.
Yes, okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Or Sonu, maybe you take us in the next one. Because me myself, I've not done the what's it called? I've not done the firewall. That's the one I want to try and do
Okay,
tonight.
even I didn't done it.
You've done it already?
No, I didn't done it. I have to.
Okay, I'll try to figure it out between
Alright.
tonight and tomorrow, and then we can maybe discuss again and see how we go about it.
All right.
Yeah. No one else talked. It's fine. I hope we are okay though. I hope we were all able to take something away. I know the video was a little bit of back and forth, but so sorry for that.
So okay, so let's rewrite. It's
Yeah.
already 11.
Yeah, it's quite late. So that at least those who are going for work will go and get some sleep for tomorrow. Adi. All right now.
All right.
Guys, do have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
See you, man. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye.